Straight ahead on lunch break, House Democrats forge ahead with impeachment. We'll tell you what happens next. Also, Topgolf coming soon to Cleveland. Finally, Brandon Simmons is live there, and he'll have a live report. And ready or not, Christmas is just over 2 weeks away. No need to worry, though. Our shopping expert is here with great ideas for everybody on your list. Your Tuesday lunch break is underway.
It's your lunch break with Jay Crawford.
The president's misconduct is as simple and as terrible as this. President Trump solicited a foreign nation, Ukraine, to publicly announce investigations into his opponent and a baseless conspiracy theory promoted by Russia to help his re-election campaign. Transcript shows no.
Just hours ago, House Democrats unveiling articles of impeachment, 2 of them against President Donald Trump. One for abuse of power, the second for obstruction of Congress. Thanks so much for watching Lunch Break. I'm Jay Crawford.
And I'm Maureen Kyle. The charges come 2 months after the Judiciary Committee launched an impeachment inquiry. And we want you to weigh in on our app or at WKYC.com/vote. Now you can see our results at the bottom of the screen there. Tell us if you think the president should be impeached. So far, split 50-50. And while you vote, Susan McGinnis joins us live from Washington to explain what is next. Susan, thanks so much for being with us. Can you, first off, give us more insight on the charges?
Right. Well, Jay and Maureen, this is literally the 4th time in American history that the House is proceeding with formal articles of impeachment. 2 articles announced this morning, continuing this rapid timeline that has really defined this whole process. One of them, abuse of power. They say that happened when the president pressured Ukraine's president to open investigations into his political rival and also withheld military aid to the country until it would actually do that. The other, obstruction of Congress. Democrats say that the president did this one when he would not allow any documents to be sent that were subpoenaed. He would not allow any staff to be interviewed to testify as witnesses. They all had to defy subpoenas, and they say that is an obstruction of Congress. And Adam Schiff, the head of the Intel Committee, saying this morning, if left to stand, this behavior would decimate Congress's ability to hold accountable this president and any president in the future. And Jerry Nadler, the head of the Judiciary, says the president holds the public trust. When he betrays that, he endangers national security. Republicans calling this a baseless sham. The president tweeting this morning, witch hunt again, and saying to impeach a president who has produced the strongest economy perhaps in the nation's history and done nothing wrong is political madness. Nevertheless, Judiciary likely voting on these 2 articles later this week, setting up a vote in the full House probably before Christmas break, which happens at the end of next week. Maureen, Jay?
Susan, it seems like we know how this movie ends. The House votes almost certainly along party lines to impeach. Then it goes to the Senate, where a 2/3 majority is needed to actually remove President Trump from office. It seems almost certain that that vote will go along party lines and he will remain in office. So at the end of the day, what actually gets accomplished here?
What gets accomplished is that the president will have the label of being impeached, only the 3rd president to wear that label. So the Democrats say it does not matter to them the outcome. It does not matter to them the fact that he will not be removed from office. They feel they are constitutionally obliged to go through this process because he is guilty of these impeachable acts, and he will be impeached. And that is something even if he is not removed from office.
All right, Susan, thank you so much. The very latest from Washington. We appreciate that.
Thanks, guys.
Now, as you might expect, President Trump responded with a flurry of tweets, his chosen method of getting his own message out. In one, Trump referred to all of this as, quote, a witch hunt.
Another saying, Nadler just said that I pressured Ukraine to interfere with our 2020 election. Ridiculous, and he knows that is not true. Both the president and foreign minister of Ukraine said many times that there was no pressure. Nadler and the Democrats know this, but refuse to acknowledge.
Many of you reacting to the impeachment charges on social media, and we want to get your pulse, what you're saying about this. And for that, we go to digital anchor Stephanie Haney. Stephanie, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, you two. Yes, obviously people are very passionate about that. We're getting tons of responses on our Facebook page. First up, we have user Kathy Goodman, who says, I might have supported it if the Democratic Party hasn't proven that they were looking to impeach him since he was elected. Then we have Robert Fowler, who says, I don't know what he did or didn't do, but it's hard for me to call everyone that testified under oath liars, while the ones claiming to have firsthand knowledge, calling out Trump, Mulvaney, and Giuliani, saying that they won't testify to it. Mark Kidrowski is kind of taking the same posture here, saying, I stand with the Constitution. If he used his office for political gain, he should be impeached. He shouldn't be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. Can it be proven beyond a reasonable doubt? However, POTUS and his cohorts aren't doing anything to factually dispute it by testifying. Now, I do want to point out here that the burden of proof in this case might not necessarily be beyond a reasonable doubt because the Senate gets to set the rules. Moving on to our poll that we talked about at the beginning of the show, we asked about it at the beginning of the show. We asked people, should President Donald Trump it's hovering still about 50-50. We've got 51% saying yes, 49% saying no, 49% saying no. Right now, so we'll be taking those votes right now. So we'll be taking those votes in as we continue with the show today.
Split. Interesting 50-50 split. I mean, along party lines, and most of the public opinion polls show that these impeachment hearings, that these impeachment hearings very little to change anyone's very little to change anyone's dug in on this. Okay, thank you very much, Stephanie. So, thank you very much, Stephanie. So, the New York Times says that the House Judiciary Committee plans to begin debating the articles as soon as tomorrow, and a vote there could happen by Thursday, sending it for final approval. If it passes the House vote, and it's expected to, based on party lines, it will then go to the Senate for a trial, which would likely start in the new year.
There are so many details. We're going to continue to cover this story on all of our social platforms, all of our social platforms, and what matters most at 6 o'clock, on WKYC.com. And of course on WKYC.com.
All right, well, if all this makes you want to just go relieve some stress, and I can understand why it would. This is perfect timing. Because coming new to Cleveland, it is coming new to Cleveland. It is Independence and look. Actually, it's in Independence. Just a beautiful sight to see. Just a beautiful sight to see this inch for what seems like months, Maureen. For what seems like months, Maureen.
Anybody who passes by it is like, what is this big? This is going to be the third location in Ohio. Brandon Simmons is there with Ohio. Brandon Simmons is there with the first look. So Brandon, tell us how Topgolf works. Because I've heard that you've been out there a few times. Because I've heard that you've been out there a few times.
I've been out a few times. I've been to a couple different locations. I've been to a couple different locations, and they're all the same though. And they're all the same. You don't have to be a golfer to come out. That's the best part. You come out, they've got golf clubs already here for you. Golf clubs already here for you. You wave your hand, it'll kick you a golf ball. It'll set it up on the tee. I'm gonna give it a shot here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right?
Let's see what you got.
Not bad. Not bad. But really simple.
It's a good looking swing. It's a good looking swing.
You don't have to be a golfer.
That's a good looking swing.
I don't know about that, Jay. I don't know about that, Jay.
How far did it go?
Swing, not a good looking swing. Not a good looking swing. How far did it go?
How far did it go?
It's 200 yards here. Let's see 200 yards here.
We're going to hold you down here. We're going to hold you down here.
White here. So the ball's on the tee. We're going white here.
Yeah.
We're going white here. It's out there.
Yeah, it is out there.
By the white fence. All the way by the right. By the white fence. To the right.
That is out there. And I've got to say, that is out there. And I've got to say, you're being modest.
It's out there. Just pass it.
That's out there.
185 according to the map they have down here. According to the map they have down here.
Brandon, I want to get to Brandon. I want to get to because very cold weather months. Very cold weather months. But it's heated. So this is going to be a place that people can still go even when there's even a little bit of snow. Even when there's even a little bit of snow on the ground.
Here's the thing. You see me. I'm not even wearing a jacket right now. I'm not even wearing a jacket right now. I feel like industrial heater systems. There's industrial heater systems. There's 3 sets. I feel like it's 70 where I'm standing right now. Now, where I'm standing right now. Now, a little bit further out. If I step a little bit further out here, and of course, low 30s down there. So low 30s down there. So to come have fun, even in the wintertime, you can see it's a place. Even in the wintertime, you can see.
Brandon, we're running out of time. What's the price? What's the price? How much for one person to go and enjoy a day?
So you rent it by the bay. The bays are $27 to $50 depending on the time of the day and also whether it's a weekday and also whether it's a weekday or weekend. But you can get up to 6 people per bay and $50 to rent the entire thing. $50 to rent the entire thing.
Brandon, thank you very much. Brandon, thank you very much. Great work. So you get together with a lot of people, and you go with a lot of people, and you go and they deliver food and drink right to your bay. It is a lot. Okay, so here's an interesting dilemma. We're going to help you with it. Hopefully, we're going to help you with it. That's a big dilemma for a lot of people. That's a big dilemma for a lot of people. And I've always kind of wondered, like, do they get? Fortunately, how much do they get? Fortunately, is put out a new tipping guide for the holiday season. Tipping guide for the holiday season. Let's show you what they recommend. Basically, they suggest tipping provides regular services for you throughout the year. And basically, they're saying that you want to go between $20 and $40. And $40. So think house sitter, babysitter, pet sitter, perhaps a house cleaner, perhaps a house cleaner. on beauty visits, for hair, nails, that kind of thing. For hair, nails, that kind of thing. The cost of one visit. Usually the cost of one visit for two. So you're paying them for one holiday visit. Around the one holiday visit. And the rule of thumb for, I didn't know this, for postal is no cash, and they recommend that it's no more than $20. They do encourage gift cards.
I've thrown a gift card in the mail. I've thrown a gift card in the mail. Like, here you go, or like, here you go, or something. Live by mail, or something. Live by mail. Hair service. I mean, I think every female. I mean, I think every female. I mean, your hair service. I mean, your hair service could be so an extra $200. So an extra $200.
That's what they're recommending.
That is steep.
It feels a little steep. Your own discretion. You're responsible for it. If you feel that they deserve something extra, if you feel that they deserve something extra, it all helps. Slide it in there.
All right. Well, let's see what's clicking around. All right. Well, let's see what's clicking around. Stephanie right now with whatever we're talking about. With whatever we're talking about.
Lots of really interesting fun stories today, you guys. And Vanna White is having now, of course, we all know Pat Sajak has been the host for a very long time. For a very long time, when Vanna White got to step away from turning the letters, and actually she tweeted how excited and nervous she was to be hosting for the first time. Now she was doing this because Pat had to leave for emergency surgery, but she wasn't by herself. She had Minnie Mouse there to help her. Let's take a look at her in action.
On your behalf.
That is correct. That is correct.
Deliver that good news. Totally awesome. Twitter user Helmuth, he said he was surprised to see Vanna with Pat, and his wife was also surprised too, but they loved it, and that maybe Vanna and Pat.
I think that'd be a great idea. I'd love to see him turn the letters. I'd love to see him turn the letters.
I think that would be great. Wheel of Fortune says that Pat is resting comfortably, and great to see Vanna having her moment in the sunshine there. All right, next up is Merriam-Webster's 2009 Word of the Year. Now, you might remember this definition was updated in September. It's the word of the year because searches for it have increased 313% on the website because it's now being recognized as a pronoun for he or she. So a very big moment again for the gender non-conforming community out there. Big moment for them to be recognized. Big moment for them to be recognized. And something else that is doing very well on our site right now is the big day that's happening in Sandusky tomorrow. Jay, this is right in your neck of the woods. We are expecting the big announcement from Cedar Point on what is going to be coming up for their 150th season tomorrow at 11 a.m. We've got spokesperson Tony Clark who has been tweeting about this since October. He says it's kind of crazy how much more new stuff they're adding and creating to the experience. We already know that they're going to have changes to make the visit easier, to make the visit easier, and a new nighttime celebration. So the reason this announcement is coming tomorrow is because it's 150 days tomorrow until the season opens on May 9th, and it'll be the 150th year. We're going to stream that. We're going to stream that on the site.
I'm glad because I've known this has been coming for a month. I've known this has been coming for a month. What are they adding? What are they doing? What are they adding? What are they doing? How much better can they make it?
It's always something fun, and even just the new, and even just the new food offerings too.
I'm a big foodie. I know. Stephanie, thank you very much. Next on the menu, 15 days. Next on the menu, 15 days into Christmas, right? We've got a shopping expert here next. We've got a shopping expert here next. On some of the best gift items this holiday season. Straight ahead on this holiday season. Straight ahead on lunch break. Welcome back to lunch break. We don't mean to scare you. We're doing this as a public service, but that graphic is right. That graphic is until Christmas. 2 weeks and a day until Christmas. 2 weeks and a day. Don't have the perfect gift. Don't freak out if you don't have the perfect gift yet. And she has some of the holiday seasons, hottest sellers. 3 different categories. We're going to do 3 different categories. We're going to do toys and households. Tech and households. What's big for the kiddies?
Big for the kid, anything Frozen. Big for the kid, anything that just came out. Elsa, the movie that just came out. Elsa, people just love that. People just love that. We've got dolls, we've got all kinds of games that they can play, all kinds of games that they can play, including Legos. So we've got Frozen Legos, we've got Harry Potter Legos, Star Wars and Star Wars, we've got Star Wars and Star Wars is going to be the next movie that's going to be coming out. So we've got again a lot of their apparel, we've got again a lot of their apparel, and just the classic effing shorts for the younger guys where they have the really cute stuffed animals. They have the really cute stuffed animals. We also have on the floor and they can play the songs on the floor and they can play the songs on the floor.
At all under 100, very priced. All under 100, very priced. Legos. I have pictures when I was 5 years old. Pictures when I was 5 years old. Lego houses that I built. Lego houses that I built. That's 50 years ago.
It's a classic.
It just stands the
It's
test
a
of time. I
classic.
love all of this. I love all the good ideas here. We have all really good ideas here.
Amazon, we are carrying. So Amazon, we are carrying. We have a partnership with Amazon. We carry a lot of their products, so that we carry a lot of their products. So that we have we actually have their tablets as well as the which you can have in your house to play the music. Which you can have in your house to play the music. That home security piece, any of the ring security piece, any of the very popular, very popular. Versus brand new, and so that's brand new. You can buy for everyone in your family. You can buy for everyone in your family. Just because count how many steps you're doing, you count how many steps you're doing, and then after you all work out together, you go back and speakers right here, so you can play your holiday music. So you can play your holiday music.
And this is a great option. It's over 200, but this produces terrific sound.
It's supposed to be amazing. Yeah, it's supposed to be amazing.
Okay, I think my favorite item is because I really love the ring stuff. This blanket is this blanket. I can't do it justice. Blankets that have been big the last few years. Concrete compared to this. Compared to this.
This is Kookaburra. This is made by Kookaburra. This is made by a complete bedding line by them. They have the bedding line by them. They have their all just this luxurious and all just this luxurious.
As you're saying, it's not just for mom.
As you're saying, it's not just for mom. You can buy it for anybody that just needs
a cup of tea.
Cuddle up with a cup of tea. Slippers, and you feel that fur on the inside. That fur on the inside, and it's so incredibly even softer. I don't know what they're doing to it, but it's great. I don't know what they're doing to it, but it's great.
We just partnered with the Property Brothers. We have all kinds of their seasonal decorations, candles, hosting parties. These are some really nice scents. These are some really nice scents. You could buy as a gift, something that you could buy as a gift, as something to go into a home, something to go into a home for someone. You don't want to go empty-handed for someone. So we've got that. And thinking about entertaining, we also have a lot of beautiful dresses. We also have a lot of beautiful dresses. This one here is a Jason Wu. So glamorous, and we've got some really pretty dresses. And we've got some really pretty dresses. And then finally, we have Ellen DeGeneres, who is making stuff for pets. Dogs, all of our favorite part of the family. All of our favorite part of the family. Costumes, we've got toys, we've got beds, we've got toys, we've got beds.
And we love Ellen. So I'm sure we love all the products. I'm sure all the products are great. 30 seconds. You're the Amazon return. So if you buy something on Amazon and don't like it, something on Amazon and don't like it, we can take it back.
You don't even have to bring it back. You don't even have to bring it back. We have that. So yeah, we have that for the holidays. And then even gear for the holidays. Next Sunday we have Santa coming to our stores. The little girls. We have good come and get a present. Santa can come and get a present.
Opportunities as well.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
This next Sunday. This last one. Next Sunday.
Very good. Jen, thanks. All right, very good. Jen, thanks. Some terrific for the holidays. Remember, just 2 weeks and a day.
Parents with medically fragile children will tell you life has a real way of throwing you
curveballs. The Ballmer family in Avon has experienced a few of those over the last 3 years. Has a heart defect. Their daughter Ryan has a heart getting ready and is for another surgery.
They sat down with our Lindsey Buckingham, getting real about their fears.
Social media kind of launched when we found out that Ryan would have a heart defect.
You first met the Ballmers last spring. The YouTube stars using a unique blend of humor and vulnerability to reach their followers. Tapping into their stay-up They took us on a journey. They took us on a journey for 2-year-old Ryan's major heart surgery.
Ryan has corrected transposition of the great arteries, and that means her bottom chambers, her left and her right, flip-flopped.
Ryan's procedure in April.
The doctors were completely amazed at how well she was doing.
5 days later, we're hopping in the car going home. 5 days later, we're hopping in the car going home.
Where are you going? Don't eat all
But despite their best hope, another curveball thrown their way this fall.
So to catch up on Ryan, was getting a little out of breath. As she was playing with her brother. I thought something just isn't right. They determined that there is a leak. Her double switch surgery.
A surprise complication. Another surgery. Means another surgery. Online community of thousands who remain in their corners. The family's reality is that they're scared.
Feelings about this one, but let's just say I'm not as optimistic. But now there's this. But now there's this unexpected, like sucker punch almost. You know, as of right now in this moment.
This is her fourth time. This will be her fourth trip this year. OR trip. And that's a lot for a little 2.5-year-old body to be put through.
Touch grandma.
Good job.
The fear and stress of supporting their little girl while trying to lift up one another. Tough to carry.
Our daughter's important.
Tough to carry.
And I get our daughter's important to focus at times, but at the same time, there's moments where you should be focusing on your marriage.
It's tricky, and it's different stresses for each of us.
I think it pulls out the best in us because it makes us work as a team. It makes us work as a team. 9. Go find mommy. Go find mommy.
They're facing each challenge as they always have. Who never gives up.
Cross those bridges when we get to them, and hope that we don't have to face any other surgeries or anything crazy. She's in her teens.
The Ballmers know they have an army of supporters across the world, ready to carry them into a bright future.
The community that we built, the community that we take for granted, and we don't take for granted, humble, and we cherish it because the reason why we are as upbeat as we are.
Here, you be the Steelers, and I'll be the Seahawks.
Lindsey Buckingham, 3 News.
Lindsey, thanks so much. We're thrilled to report that all of those good vibes sent to the Ballmers since we last talked to them. Ryan's latest surgery.
It just gives me chills. Her parents say Ryan is amazing. Doctors has amazing doctors. Busted out of the hospital after just 5 days. And to follow her journey, you can head to WKYC.com. You can head to WKYC.com, and that's where we have a link.
More lunch break right after this. Thanks so much for joining us. Hope you have a terrific day. Hope you have a terrific day. We'll see you again tomorrow on lunch break. Yeah, I did.